Millions of cars, buses and trolleybuses drive along the streets of our cities. Large multi-wheel trucks carry out transportation between cities and countries. A very important element of all transport vehicles is the wheels, or more precisely, the automobile tires. Today, in the Made in Ukraine program, we will tell how automobile tires are produced in Ukraine. The production of automobile tires consists of several technological processes. Different parts of the automobile tire are made according to a prescription map which determines the composition of the mixture, a group of rubbers, fillers, and various ingredients. The composition of the rubber mixture for each type of semi-finished product may vary depending on the purpose of the future part. This allows obtaining the necessary characteristics of the automobile tires. Raw materials and finished materials differ in composition and properties and come to the enterprise from many countries in Europe and Asia, from Germany to Slovakia to Turkey and Indonesia. The quality of rubber compounds and semi-finished products is closely monitored. Each pellet with a rubber compound has a passport with a quality assessment. This is the stamp of the laboratory about the suitability for use. All semi-finished products are evaluated for quality and labeled accordingly. The following stages are the processes of blading the thread parts, manufacturing of a hermetically sealed layer, carcass plies, and a metal paker, as well as a wire hoop. This is an extrusion line where the thread parts are made from 3 different rubber compounds. This is a thread stock, a rubber compound for the under thread layer, and a rubber compound for a mini sidewall. The triplex extrusion line consists of 3 machines working with rubber compounds for various purposes. Each rubber mixture has its own purpose. The tread stock is necessary to ensure traction of the tread part with the road. The rubber mixture for the mini sidewall serves as a heat sink in the shoulder area of the tire. The rubber mixture of the under tread layer reduces head buildup in the tire and ensures the duplication of the tread part with the part of the breaker. The rubber mixture is loaded into the extruder. The speed of forming parts, depending on the size, can be from 15 to 30 meters per minute. Inside the extruder, the rubber mixture is processed and heated to a temperature of more than 100 degrees. The process of profiling or forming the tread parts runs in the head of the extrusion line. Profiling is made using a profiling strip. These are 2 metal plates with a specified profile installed in the head of the extruder. Drawings of the profile are drafted by designers and engineers, taking into account the technical requirements for the tire. There is a special profiling bar for each type and model of the tire. Individual bars can be used on some types of models on the recommendation of the engineer. This is an automatic control panel for the line. There is technological documentation with an identification mark for each type and model of the tire. The identification mark is applied with color paint in the form of fine lines. 6 lines of different colors are used. A certain set of such lines determines the belonging to the specific size of the model that is produced. At this enterprise, up to 50 sizes of models can be simultaneously produced, and therefore such a marking helps to avoid confusion. Dimensions of parts are determined by the size of a profiling equipment. The operator controls it when releasing the part with the help of special devices. One of the types of control is weight verification. For this, the weights are set on the line. Light signaling determines the suitability of parts, checking them for compliance with standards. If there is a defect, the part is taken off the line. Only those parts that were found suitable for use are sent to the next stage of production. The line operates 24 hours a day with small technological breaks, which include shift changeover and transition from size to size. The extrusion line for the production of sealed layer part consists of a pin extruder where the rubber mixture is processed and heated. All the necessary information and measurement results are output to these monitor displays. Here, the parts of the hermetic layer are duplicated with the technological layer. A worker at this node sets up a coil with a hermetically sealed layer. After laying on the line of the technological layer, a part consisting of two layers, the actual hermetically sealed layer and the technological layer, is obtained. All parts of the tire semi-finished products are made on separate lines and then assembled together at the assembly site. The machine has three main units: a unit of space frame assembling on a frame drum, a unit of belt tread band assembly, and a unit of carcass interface and belt tread band. The areas of joints of the parts are controlled in the formed tire. If necessary, they are pierced to remove air. Each assembled tire is checked for defects. After checking, the worker exiles his working number and production date to the tire and moves it to the conveyor. Each type, which is assembled on a builder, has its own recipe for assembly. All information about the process of making the tire, the deviations made in the complication and the adjustments that have been made is stored in the electronic database of the enterprise. The transmission of unvulcanized tires from the assembly site to the vulcanization shop is carried out using a transport system of conveyor. The raw tire acquires the final form in the precast form at the vulcanization site. There, under the influence of high temperature and pressure, a tire comes out ready to roll. It is the vulcanization process that provides the tire with the specified technical characteristics. After that, the quality of the tire is checked according to its external appearance, stiffness, geometry, and X-ray flow detection. Only after running along this path, the tire is ready for future use.